In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this cute twisted headband. This pattern is super simple and easy, and if you are an absolute beginner, this is the kind of project you want to start with. I'll be including a written pattern for 3 different sizes for this headband: toddler, child, and adult. Even though it is fully customizable, and you'll see how. So let's start. First, we'll talk about the materials you'll be using for this project. Here we have bulky weight yarn from Hobbii, and it is their Amigo Chunky yarn size 5. And recommended hook for this yarn is 7 mm. This yarn is quite thick and perfect for beginners since you'll be able to see those stitches clearly, and it is also fast to work with in comparison to lightweight. Then you'll need a 7 mm crochet hook, a tapestry needle, a couple of stitch markers, and a pair of scissors. Now that we have all that ready, let's talk about stitches. So the stitches you'll need to know to realize this project are chain, slip stitch, yarn over slip stitch, and for the most of our work we'll be crocheting in the back loop only. For toddler size, we'll be making a slip knot first. You will wrap the yarn around your pointer finger 2 times, then you take the bottom piece of the yarn and pull it over the top one, and then you hold on to the bottom piece again and slide it off of your finger. Then you'll take your hook and insert it in this little loop you've just made, and pull on that tail you've left to close the loop around your hook. Now you have different ways of holding the yarn, but this is how I do it. I take the yarn and wrap it around my fingers like so, in a way that my pointer finger will control the tension of the yarn. Then, with all the other fingers, I can hold my work as needed. When it comes to the hook, you can hold it either as a pen or as a knife, which is what works for me the best. So now that you have your slip knot and first loop on the hook, we'll start chaining. With your hook, grab the yarn like so, twist the hook slightly and pull it through the loop. Let's do that again slowly. So grab your yarn and pull through the loop. So yarn over and pull through. And this is how you do a foundation chain. You will repeat this until you have chained 45. Make sure your tension is slightly loose because you want to be able to slide the hook through easily. You can go ahead and pause your video now and meet me back after you have done your chain. Now that you've finished your chain, it should look something like this. You'll turn your work and start your first row by slip stitching all the way to the end in the back side of the chain. So not in the front as you normally would, but you turn your chain and you work in the back. You'll be working into these back bumps, inserting your hook like so. Again, not in the front of your chain, but through these loops right here. Grab your yarn and pull through one loop and then the other loop on your hook. And this is your first slip stitch. You can go ahead and place your stitch marker. That will mark your first stitch of the row. Now you can continue slip stitching in the back bumps of the foundation chain. And after you've done a few stitches, it should look something like this. Now, crocheting in the back might be a bit tricky, but just keep your foundation chain looser, and you might even go up a size of the hook for the foundation chain, which is also a cool trick if you don't have your tension quite right yet. So for the foundation chain you can use 8 mm hook, and for the rest of your project 7 mm. Now we're just slip stitching all the way to the end, 44 stitches total. You can pause your video and meet me back at the end of the row. Okay, this is what your first row should look like. For the second row, you'll chain 1 and turn your work. You'll be turning your work towards yourself. Then you will yarn over, insert your hook through the back loop only, grab your yarn and pull through again. Take your stitch marker and place it on the first stitch that you've just done. Okay, now let's do this stitch again. So yarn over, insert your hook through the back loop, so not the front one, but the back loop only, and pull through all the loops on your hook. So you see I'm yarning over and slip stitching. Now you saw the photos of the headband in the beginning of the video, and it looked like it has been knitted right, but it's actually crochet, and this is because of this particular stitch and the fact that we're working in the back loop only. You continue this until you have a total amount of 44 stitches. You can pause your video and I'll meet you at the end of the row. You remove the stitch marker at the end of the row and work into that stitch. Chain 1 and turn your work. For the next row, we'll be repeating row 1, but this time working in the back loop only. Again, slip stitch in the back loop only, place your stitch marker, and then we'll be slip stitching all the way to the end, 44 stitches total. Make sure you count your stitches so you don't miss any. After every row you should have 44 stitches total. Put stitch markers to help you distinguish beginning and the end of the row. You can pause now and meet me back once you've completed this row. So once you're done with your third row, let's start the fourth row together. It will be very simple. So you chain 1, turn your work, and now you'll repeat row 2. So you'll be yarning over and slip stitching in the back loop only until you have 44 stitches total. And this is your pattern. You'll be repeating this alternating between row 2 and 3 until you have 11 rows total. So one row you'll do slip stitches, and the next one you'll do yarn over slip stitches, all in the back loop only. You can pause your video now and meet me back once you've completed 11 rows. Now that we've finished all the rows, this is how your work should look like so far. This will be the wrong side of your project, and this will be the right side. So now you can go ahead and cut your yarn, leaving approximately 20 centimeters long tail. Pull out your yarn just like so. And now we'll connect our two sides of the headband together. And to achieve that twist, all we need to do is right side facing you, fold in half and put it together like so. Make sure those edges are straight. And here you can see how that twist will look like in the front. Okay, now that we've done that, you can take your tapestry needle and start sewing those ends together. Make sure you grab all the parts of your end rows. At all times, you should have 4 loops on your needle. So do this back and forth all the way across a couple of times to secure it in place. Then you want to tie the two tails together, just like so. Then weave in the ends, making sure you do it in a way that it won't be easy for them to come out undone. So just go back and forth in a kind of a zigzag motion, making sure you hide those ends really well. Cut the rest of your yarn. And then turn your work inside out and voila, we're all done. This stylish crochet headband is an adorable way to keep the chills away this winter. If you need a quick gift that anyone is sure to love, then this crochet twisted headband is a perfect choice. It is super cute, quick and easy to set up, and perfect for all ages. If you want to make it larger or wider, you just need to increase the number of stitches and row.